Well, I noticed a lot of new faces this evening, and I'm so glad you all came. And I want you to know that this is a safe place to share. So if you want to tell us your story, there'll be no judgment.
Hi, my name's Charlie, and as you know, I've got a problem. And my problem is I'm addicted to cars. And we went and did a thing, Papa and I, which could be maybe the worst decision yet. We don't know, because we don't know a whole lot about these cars. But we saw a good deal in a climate of used cars are ridiculously priced. We actually saw a deal that was somewhat reasonable, well, very reasonable. We just couldn't pass it up. It's a car we haven't had before. So without further ado, I want to introduce you all to our Audi A4. So as you can see, we got apartments in here for, looks like maybe like a windows headlight spray. The hood has definitely got some clear coat issues. That's probably the better of the issues, because once you get to the top, it's got serious clear coat issues. Terrible tint, by the way. And the trunk also has some clear coat issues. But overall, other than the clear coat, so according to the internet, Audi introduced the A4 in 1994. And this particular one is the second generation. This is a 2003 A4. This is a 3-liter V6. I think it's the biggest engine that they made in this. But the reason why we were stoked about it, and the reason why we took a chance on it, is because this is a 6-speed manual transmission, which we are super stoked about. So as you can see, this thing's pretty nice inside. The seats are in pretty good condition, slight wear, but not bad at all. I think this is better than Mercedes seats as well, for sure. It's got a custom stereo system. Some of the buttons are pretty worn, but most of the trim, other than that, a little bit of cracking on the wood. But inside, I mean, I would say it's like a 7, maybe a 7 out of 10, which isn't terrible. So really, it's just the clear coat is probably the worst thing. You're thinking to yourself, well then why are you a glutton for buying this? Well, here's the thing. We sold the Jaguar, so obviously the money's burning a hole in our pocket. We didn't make anything. We weren't expecting to on the Jaguar, because we had to put some money into it. And plus, you know, we drove it for a long time. We enjoyed it. We liked that car. I probably still have kept it if I could have, but you know, if we want to get something else, that one had to go. So we sold the Jaguar and we started looking. Car prices are ridiculous right now. As I said earlier in the video, people are, you know, a $2,000 car now, somebody's asking $5,000-$6,000. It's insane. So number one, it was a good deal, and we wanted to check it out. When I saw the outside, I didn't think Papa would want to do it because of the clear coat, but this one has low miles. We're talking like 78,000 miles. So this is something we potentially could keep for a little while if we wanted to, or turn around and hopefully sell it and get our money back because it's such low miles. So that was number one. It was a young guy. Here's the reason why I'm skeptical a bit about this car. And we broke a lot of rules that we try to stick to, which I always say that in the videos, and apparently we don't stick to any rules. It was a young guy, real nice kid, which is sort of made me feel better because he was nice and pretty talkative and forthright with some information and stuff. It was he was a college kid, which I don't like to buy from kids usually. Just nothing against them, but they don't take care of their stuff. I didn't take care of my stuff as a teenager or 20s, in my early 20s. But he said it was his grandfather's car. His grandfather bought it new and gave it to him, and he's driven it for the last 4 years. And he only put it was like 50,000 miles on it when he got it, and he put 20 on it. So that seemed like a good situation. We had zero paperwork, which that's an issue. We looked upon starting it and driving it around. It feels really tight. The clutch is good, but we did see that the oil needs serviced. So he said, yeah, and he told us beforehand that it needed an oil change, and it needed wiper fluid. That was another error thing that came up. But the check engine light wasn't on, none of that stuff. Some of you are probably shouting at your screen like certain things I should have checked, and we don't know. That's the other thing. We don't know anything about Audi. So this was a whim. This was a big chance. The kid told us, hey, if you have any questions, you can give us a call, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. And 10 minutes later, I tried to call the number, which we had been texting the whole day, and then I tried to call him, and all of a sudden that number's disconnected. So that's a terrible sign. So we're just kind of waiting. I feel like the hammer's waiting to fall on this car, but we're gonna bring you guys along, and you can see possibly what not to do when buying a car, or buying an Audi A4 specifically. We need to go get it to pass smog. We need to get an oil change, and we need to check it over. We checked it over a little bit last night, but it was dark, so we just kind of cleaned it up, disinfected everything, did the best we could with the outside, and then we tried to put some window wiper fluid in it and just dumped it on the driveway because there's apparently a leak in the reservoir. So that's where we are. A 2003 Audi A4. I still think it's a cool looking car, but it needs a lot of work. And I'll keep you guys posted on this thing as it goes. First things first is we got to take care of business with getting our registration and title and all that stuff in our name, smog, all that stuff should be an adventure. So I may be crying on the next video about this, or I'll be really happy, and we'll see what happens. I appreciate you guys watching. Make sure and like, subscribe, click the bell. If you are watching this on Rumble us, whatever that is. We appreciate you guys watching, and until the next one.